I'm talking with Kai Horstmann and Carl Rimmer, former Exeter Chiefs, of course, won the Aviva Premiership and had illustrious careers. Kai, I'm going to come to you first, talking about team player. Rugby has been held up as a perfect example of a team sport. And of course, to be a successful rugby player, I guess you have to be a team player. What would you say is the benefits of being a team player?
The major benefits is what it can do to you as a team. And ultimately, what it does to you as a team does to benefits is what it gives to you as an individual. I think during my playing days, what highlighted it the most is how people react to disappointment. Prime example is not getting picked for a game for the weekend. It's how you then respond to that and how you train as the non-23 during that week. Because the better you train as a non-23 player, the better the starting team will be, because you're working them harder, you're challenging them, you're testing them. If you can do that, you're being a proper team player because you're dealing with your disappointments. But ultimately, what you're also doing is preparing the team in a much better way that they're going to perform at the weekend. And if they perform at the weekend and deliver results, then ultimately the season's 12 months long, and you every chance of getting the team the following week and every chance of you being involved in these big games come the end of the season as an individual. So I think it can only be positive, but it does take a fair amount of mental strength, really.
Absolutely. And Carl, what about you as an individual player? Do you think you benefit from being a team player?
I definitely think you do, is the obvious answer. And there are many reasons, like you say, to link into what Kai just said. It's human nature to face disappointment or to see something you perhaps think isn't fair and feel down about it, feel upset about it, feel aggrieved by it. And it's just how you channel that. You know, being a team player isn't necessarily going and dusting down the boots of the bloke who got picked ahead of you. It's shaking yourself off so that you haven't got your arse in your hands, going outside and absolutely going after him all week in training and things like that. And that is part of it. And that's kind of the management or the mental side of management, is to say get the best out of their players by not picking them, giving them no reason to give everything that week, but they still end up doing so as well and managing those people. As Kai said, it's something you learn with age, and it's certainly something I try to adapt to my life now in the working world, is that the more I can achieve for the team, the more I will benefit in the long run. And that might not sound very altruistic, but it's true, isn't it? You know, the bonuses, the holidays, whatever, the success of the team will translate to me in one way or another.
I think that's a really interesting point you've raised there in terms of business, Carl. And I think for people listening to this podcast that run a business, I think they do need to structure their reward systems and recognition systems so that team players do get rewarded. Because too often, I think I've seen in business, it's the individuals that get the big bonuses, and some of those individuals don't necessarily contribute to the team. So food for thought. Thanks very much, guys.